going to do a quick little video on standard form of a linear equation. Part 1 is going to be real short and simple. I'm going to teach you what standard form is, how to find slope, y-intercept, x-intercept, what these parts are, how they work. In the next video we'll show you how to change back and forth between slope-intercept form and standard form. So let's get to it. So a, b, and c, they're called coefficients. A is the number in front of the x, b is the number in front of the y, and then c is called the constant. So an example would be like 3x minus 2y equals 12. So here, a is just 3, not 3x. b is negative 2, not 2. The sign goes with it, okay? And c equals 12. So if you were asked to write a standard form equation of a line, and a was 4, and b was 7, and c was 0, well, this is what it would be. You would have 4x plus 7y equals 0. That's how standard form works. So typically another thing, a and b have to be integers, so a and b, no fraction. And a is positive. So a is more than 0, a is positive. So that's how that works right there. In the next video, if you end up with something where this is not the case, I'll show you how to do that when we learn how to rewrite. For now, let's get to slope. If you had to graph something and it was written in standard form, you could change it to slope-intercept form, but you don't really need to because you can read the slope right off of this pretty easily. So the way you find the slope, it's the opposite of a over b. And the reason that is, and you'll see this in the next video when we solve for y, your first step is to move this to the other side. So in our example, the slope here would be negative of 3 over negative 2, so the slope would be 3 halves. See how that works? Now, let's talk about the y-intercept. The y-intercept, remember x is always 0, it's going to be c over b, just like that. So for our first example right here, our y-intercept is going to be 12 over negative 2, so it's going to be 0, negative 6. Because 12 divided by 2 is 6, and a negative divided into a positive is negative. Last thing, x-intercept. So the x-intercept is c over a. And the reason that is for all x-intercepts, y is 0. So if you put a 0 there and you solve for x, so if this is gone, you solve for x, you divide both sides by a, you get c over a. So for our example, we get 12 over 3, so that's 4, 0. Anyway, there we go, short and sweet.